Alright, so I haven't seen a set up close yet because I just got in the water. But I'm guessing it's probably around 3 to 4 foot right now for the real sets that come in. And it's supposed to be building today for the Florence swell up to about 7 to 8 feet later. Probably around dark time. I won't be out here that late, but let's see how big it'll get while I am out here. I'll probably be getting out of the water around 4 hours before dark, so it probably won't be about 2 more hours. So it probably won't be too much bigger than it is right now, but I was really hoping that there would be like a good big swell, but when I was here, but I guess not as big as I expected and wanted, but perhaps it's for the best. I don't know. I might not be ready for 7 to 8 feet, even though I think I could be ready for it. But let's find out when one of these sets get here. Wasn't even close to being in the right spot for that one. There's now such a long wait in between the waves. Like, I don't know if it's worth it for me to keep waiting out here for them just to end up too far out and miss them, and then I'm out here this whole time catching nothing. Once again, missing a hurricane swell. This is only my second opportunity to even try a hurricane swell. The first time I took out the wrong board. I took out a little tiny board that I couldn't get into the waves on, and I ended up missing every single one, and they were awesome and big, and they were clean, and just couldn't freaking get into them. And this board I know has enough. I just have to be in the right spot. It's got enough float for me to get into them. You know, it's that timing, and I almost wish there was a reef down here so that it'd be more consistent where they're breaking at. Oh, I want one of these. Okay. I'm catching this. I cannot duck dye this board for nothing. Alright. Back on it on the Saltwater Bum channel. And I've already posted a few videos today. This will be the last one for today, and hopefully I can start working on some more soon. I'm in a bit of pain right now. My lower back just, all of a sudden I just went, I went to sit down and it just feels like I pulled a muscle or something. I don't know what the heck's going on. It's like right in my lower back. I can't even stand up straight. I can barely walk. I mean, I can actually barely sit here like this. It's pretty painful. I don't know what happened. You know, backs are so finicky, you know. Sometimes, you know, I think it just goes to show I really need to start taking care of myself a lot better. This video is the swell of pre-Florence, pre-Hurricane Florence 2018. I gotta say, I cooped up because I went out and I surfed the Hurricane Florence swell a couple days later. By the way, today's Saturday. This video was shot, let's see, what's today? 14, 15, 12. Yeah, so this video was shot on Monday, and then I went and surfed. I surfed again. Didn't I surf on Wednesday? I could have sworn I surfed on Wednesday, or tried to surf Wednesday, something like that, and it didn't go so well. And then I went out Thursday, the real Hurricane Florence swell. Because it was building up Wednesday, and I didn't really get much of anything on Wednesday because it was kind of big, and I got scared, and so I kept backing down. And then on Thursday I went out. It was even bigger, but it was cleaner, and I caught one that my buddy Jake told me, like, he sat there and watched it. He saw me drop in on it, and he's like, you know, before I hit the bottom of the wave, it was like a foot over my head. So my guess is it was probably about an 8-footer. And after I caught that one, oh, it was on. I caught wave after wave. I mean, they were big, like that one. There were a few bigger ones that nobody caught because they just broke too far out. By the time they were coming, no one could paddle out far enough, fast enough to then turn around and whip into it. So all those went unridden, probably 10-footers or so. There was only a couple of them, but nobody ever rode any. Most of what we were riding was between 4 and 8 feet. But they were nice and such huge walls, like just going forever. Like that one that I rode, I didn't even complete it. I never even made it to the bottom, and yet once I got off the board, I looked back and I'm like 100 yards away from where I started, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is gonna be a paddling day today. Geez, I probably caught a good, I don't know, like 20, 25 really good waves. We were out for like maybe 2 hours. It was just on like Donkey Kong. Like I know I wasn't even paddling for all of them. I was only going for the ones that were breaking on the outside. And then I went in and I caught like an inside one, and yeah, I mean, I had my best right turn, my best backside bottom turn. I finally went and tried what I've known that I should have been trying this whole time, but I finally went and tried it, taking that front hand and putting it down and behind me and kind of like touching the water behind me, and the board just went straight up the wall, straight up the face, and it went up so fast. I didn't expect it to go up that fast, and so I didn't like start turning back to the beach in time. So I ended up literally on top of the wave, turned back towards the beach, and I couldn't get back down into it because I was literally on top of the curl there. You know, so kind of sucked, and you know, because I really wanted, like, that one looked so good. But I gotta confess, I cooped up because I went out and I caught the waves and I had the best session I've ever had, and I got to share it with my buddy Jake, but I can't share it with you guys because this camera was fully charged with a good SD card and in my car, and it stayed there. Because we went and we looked at the waves and we're like, yeah, we're going to go out there. And yeah, we went back to the car, we got the boards, and we just left. So we just grabbed the boards and we went out to the car. I mean, we left the car and went out and surfed. And then I reached out to the lineup and I was like, crap. I left my GoPro back in the car and I'm like, I'm not going back to get it. I'm surfing. So maybe there'll be another hurricane swell that comes along that I can actually catch some waves on, and get good footage of it, and put it up, or good for GoPro at least kind of footage. Because I mean, not that GoPro doesn't have good footage. It's just, you know, you're either shooting it first person or you're shooting it from the board looking at you, so you can't really see you in the whole wave. It's like, it's not as good as shooting from the beach or a drone. I think from the beach looks the best. Drone looks pretty cool and stuff, but like it's just not as great, I think. I think the beach is the best. Beach with a good zoom on it is probably the best. But I don't have that kind of camera, nor do I have someone who could sit on the beach and film me. I mean, there's people that could, doesn't mean they're going to, though. I would love for that to be, like, all the footage that I have to put up. Unless, you know, like, I go for a barrel, and then I'd love to have one GoPro in my mouth showing that footage from the first person, and then one on the board showing up at me for the same wave. And then also show the footage from the beach to see, like, whether I get deep or not, whether the whole board disappears or not, whether I come out or not, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then, like, obviously, like, if I go down in the barrel too, I think that'd make some pretty cool footage to show kind of what it looks like inside the tube when you don't make it, you know, because so far I haven't seen that. I think that'd be pretty cool looking. But yeah, so hopefully next time I won't kook up and leave the camera in the car, and can actually get, you know, an actual hurricane footage. And hopefully the next storm that sends some groundswell our way will only send groundswell to people, because Hurricane Florence definitely did some damage. I so far haven't heard of any fatalities, but that doesn't mean necessarily that there aren't any. I just don't know. I don't really watch the news. I know I'll find out eventually somehow. Either someone would tell me, or I'll hear about it on some non-news site online or something. But yeah, I mean, kind of sucks as a surfer. You know, you want those big hurricanes because they're going to send the big swells. But it sucks that what we love the most is, for surfing at least, is the thing that causes the most destruction and damage for people's lives. Kind of sucks. But, you know, my personal hope is that we get that big storm that sends the big swells, but it just stays out in the ocean and never hurts anybody. Although out here on the East Coast, that's pretty much impossible, because there's just so many islands out here that are in all kinds of different places. There would be no way for the hurricane to come anywhere near us enough to send a swell that could get past the continental shelf and not hit any of the islands. But I mean, maybe if we could just get like a good, really low pressure system, not a hurricane, but just a low pressure system that just sits offshore and just sits there for like 5 days and just churns out waves, you know, that'd be cool too. I don't necessarily need hurricane swell for here, big wave spots, yeah, and the Pacific is known for big wave spots, and a hurricane can form there, send some big waves to California and Oregon and whatnot, and never touch land. So that's fine for a hurricane there, but a hurricane on the East Coast, like, if you get swell from it, like, it's hitting somebody, some island somewhere, or the mainland of North America, or something. It's messing with people's lives, and I don't like that part. I never wish for that. I just wish it would just sit out there off the coast and like just form off the coast and then sit there for a few days, send some good swell, and then just die and don't move anywhere. Don't, like, perfect world, right? Anyways, hope you like this video. I didn't do so well of surfing on this video, but definitely nowhere near as good as I did for the actual Hurricane Florence swell. It was definitely my best surfing. It was the most fun I've had. It was the biggest waves I've caught. So I'm on my way. I've caught 8-footer now, and so next step's a 10 to 12-footer, right? And then after that, like, once I can get a 10 to 12-footer, the next step is 12 to 15 foot, and that's the beginning of Mavericks right there. So, there's still a long way to go, and I'll probably have to travel to get the 10 to 12-footer, but hopefully you'll stick with me on this journey as I head towards Mavericks, and like I said, I plan on doing some different formats of video, not just surfing and skating, but just to kind of like vlog the journey further, what I'm doing like when I'm not surfing or skating, or with a hurt back. Anyways, my surfing's getting better, my skating is getting better, and I hope to showcase that. The last time I went skating, I definitely had my best skate session so far, but I didn't film it at all, so hopefully I can get some better stuff for everyone who watches this channel. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, because I do want this channel to go big, because I want more people to be able to watch this instead of watching stuff that's just spreading animosity. And like, get your entertainment here, like laugh at me falling, laugh at my ideas, be stoked that someone's stoked that they're getting better, or like whatever. Find some way to be entertained by these kind of videos, and just at least just spend less time watching videos that are like promoting pranking people and scaring people and inappropriate jokes and crudeness and just all that negative stuff, all that bad stuff, that evil stuff that's out there, that so many people are just like, oh, this is just normal, this is part of culture. Yeah, because you keep saying it's normal and part of culture, and so people are becoming accustomed to it and used to it, and it's like a part of everyday life now. But it's bad. Like, the world's getting worse. Don't you think there's a reason why? Gee, I wonder. We can do this one person at a time. We can get better, and the way we treat each other can be better. So, that's my focus, is the second greatest commandment, according to the Bible, is to love your neighbor as yourself. So, it's also been stated as, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, right? The whole golden rule that Jesus spoke about.
you know, it's also the second greatest commandment: love your neighbor as yourself. So, you know, that's what I try to do, and it's what I want to inspire other people to do as well. Like, you know, I don't have to, you know, snake people out there, and I don't have to drop in on people or try to get revenge on people or start yelling at people when they get in my way, or like get impatient when people just keep going on the waves. I can truly have love for other people, and, you know, so can you, so can everybody. You know, we got to work at it. Um, anyways, you know, like, comment, and subscribe so this channel can get bigger, so more people can see it and can get these messages, and hopefully, you know, we can change some lives here. But you know, obviously I can't do it by myself. Like, I'm not God. Like, God uses all of us to do the things that he does in this world. So if we're not doing it, then nothing's getting done. So let's go ahead and do it. Leave the comments. I'd love to read them. Like, even criticism. You know, give me your worst. You know, tell me what I could do better with these videos to make them more entertainment, more appealing. You know, tell me what you don't like about it. You know, you know, yeah. Tell me what you do love about it. What you want to see more of. Like, hey, make sure you don't take these out of your videos. You know, whatever. You know, you might notice just a different angle here, where it's more straight up instead of, you know, this kind of angle that I was doing before. You know, that came from my wife. She was looking at him, she's like, hey, you know, have it looking right at you, you know? And I was like, well, I don't know, like, I don't think it's a big deal, but here I am trying it, you know? If you think that this is better than the last angle of looking up, you know, let me know. You know, like, obviously to her it's a better angle, but I realize that not everybody's the same. To me it doesn't matter. To her it does matter. Does it matter to you? Let me know. Comment in the videos. You know, let's make this bigger. Every comment, like, and subscription, you know, share it. Tell your friends about it. Tell your family about it. You know, even if you think it's stupid, you know, like, have a laugh at my stupidity, right? You know, and then pass it on to them. Or if you think it sucks, pass it on to them, like, oh yeah, you should go and watch this, and they're watching, like, I got you. Whatever. Get them to watch it somehow. You know? Don't lie, though. Don't lie. If you don't think it's good, don't be like, oh, you should check out this channel, it's good. Don't tell them it's good. Just tell them to check out the channel. You ain't gotta lie about it. You know, lying's not good for relationships. It, you know, puts a barrier between relationships. So, yeah, anyways, somewhere out there is a wave breaking. So, just surf, bro.